Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video we're gonna paint a special suit. It's a very unique design and I like the way it came out. So the whole suit is custom made and tailored, and on top of that we're putting our touch onto it, so it's very special. So let's go ahead and get started, and hopefully you enjoy.
Alright, this is going to be a big project, so let's jump right in. I'm so thankful that the client knew exactly what they wanted, so they sent some sketches. I took that and found some reference photos online and started making my templates. So I went in Illustrator and cut everything out, try to make some outlines out of like the mushrooms and butterflies. So I'm going to use that and make stencils out of them. The good thing about this project is that everything was not sewn together yet, so I had the panels separated and flat, and it was easier for me to work on. I took those panels and mounted them on flat pieces of board. This way it's easier for me to work on and they're not flying around. Here you can see the settings that I'm using on the plotter for this particular material. It's specifically made for stencils. First thing I'm going to do is protect the rest of the jacket, so I'm going to cover my work area, and I'm going to work on the background first. So I'm going to cover and protect the foreground, which is the mushrooms and the butterflies. The only thing that I hate about airbrushes is that they're very delicate, so if you have a little bit of paint stuck in them or it's clogged, and you're gonna have a super hard time trying to get the design and the desired look that you're trying to get. So make sure you have everything cleaned and well lubricated. Back in the day, they used to have these raves, parties that would go on till like 6 in the morning, and they would hand out these flyers, and all the flyers were really cool. It had some unique artwork on them, and this particular design or suit that I'm working on kind of reminds me of that, those type of graphics that you would find on those flyers. It's kind of like that Alice in Wonderland feel. It's very mystical. I'm now working on the butterfly, and I found out that I wanted a little bit sharper lines, so I'm using a brush instead of the airbrush. And I'm gonna come back with a little bit of yellow and orange and just give it that those little fades here and there to make it, you know, stand out a little bit more. The one thing that always ties everything together is always the highlights, or it's always the white that gets used at the end. It really ties everything together really nice. All right, let's jump over to the mushrooms, and we're gonna create the highlights and the shadows of the mushroom. So we're gonna start off with a little bit of yellow and try to find those edges, those shadows, and then change to a darker color and continue adding more color on top of that. So after laying down the base color, we're gonna come back and make it look more realistic. So let's add a little bit of blue, and using blue we're gonna create those shadows. All right, we're almost done here with the bag piece. Let's add a little bit more white on here and make that really stand out. The yellow flowers were looking a little dull, so I came back with a brush and added more solid yellow on there. Alright, now that we're done with the back of the jacket, let's move to the panels for the legs. And as you can see, there's a seam running down that middle. So that's actually the side of the leg. So it's kind of like the front and the back, it's all into one panel. So it made it super easy for me to paint. We're gonna do the same process and work our way from the background to the foreground. And I'm using the same colors that I did for the back of the jacket. And you cannot see it on camera, but I have the other panel of the other leg right next to me. So as I'm using one color, I'm spraying that same color on the other panel. This allows me to work faster and everything will look the same. So when I was looking for reference photos for the mushrooms, I came across a couple of good images, and I was just browsing through the website, and it said that these particular mushrooms are very poisonous. The ones with the little dots on the top, while they look very cool, never ever touch them or especially eat them because they're super poisonous. Now let's add the white dots on top of the mushrooms. That's always the fun part. It's very tedious, but at the end it always comes out looking very nice. I just want to give a shout out to Big Butt Press. If you're not aware, they make some cool branded merchandise. Very unique, very colorful, one of a kind too. Make sure to check them out at bigbuttpress.com. Alright, so both pants legs are done. We're gonna work on the front of the jacket. There's two small patches that need a little bit of work, so let's finish that off. And we're almost done with this project. For this project, it was very crucial for me to get the colors correct, so I had a printout reference next to me, so just so you guys are not thinking that I'm just winging the design here. I do have something in mind, and specifically, so I'm trying to use my reference photos to make sure it comes out as clean as possible. All right, so our part is done. All we have to do is send back the panels. They're gonna get sewn together, and this is the final result. So look at that, it came out super nice. It's just a unique piece of clothing. I'm not really sure what their intentions are for this particular suit, but man, it looks pretty cool. It's just something unique. You never see that every day. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take it easy for now. Bye bye.